An American and Israeli-backed aid supply group says it's started operations in Gaza, delivering truckloads of food to so-called secure distribution sites. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which uses armed American security contractors, aims to bypass the United Nations as the major aid supplier to Palestinians. It's already seen its own executive director resign in protest amid mounting concerns over the project. The foundation says it delivered truckloads of food to its secure sites on Monday, where distribution began to people in Gaza, although it isn't saying how many trucks were involved. The project has been controversial, seen by critics as politicising and militarising aid and using food distribution to cattle Palestinians into diminishingly smaller areas, with selective distribution used to starve out Israel's adversaries. The foundation rejects the criticism, saying its operations conform to the humanitarian principle of neutrality. Let's go live now to our Middle East correspondent, Yulan Nell. And Yulan, this new aid operation is underway. Do we have any more information about how it's going?
We haven't heard any more today about aid reaching these new secure hubs, as the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation refers to them. There are 4. We're expecting initially 3 of them in the south of Gaza, 1 in the centre. And the Foundation is insisting that it's planning to reach more than 1 million Palestinians within the next week. So that would be half of the population of Gaza. All that we saw so far in a couple of official photographs that were put out, the most I could count was about a dozen men, apparently Palestinian, carrying away boxes. And we saw also some lorries with boxes on them from a small U.S. based NGO that had been transported into the Gaza Strip. Now, the UN and most UN agencies that have been working on the Gaza humanitarian crisis have been refusing to work with this newly created foundation. They see it as both unethical and unworkable, and they've accused Israel of using food as a weapon and also using it as bait to try to fit in with the military strategy of forcing Palestinians in Gaza to move to the south. And, you know, it's not clear at the moment whether this will be effective. Israel says that a new system is urgently needed to stop Hamas from stealing supplies for its own benefit. And that's something that the UN has said is not happening in a meaningful way. At the same time, we've been hearing from the UN's humanitarian office some figures suggesting that despite Israel's easing of the blockade, the total blockade imposed on Gaza for 11 weeks, saying this was to pressure Hamas, all we've seen in the past week or so of lorries being allowed to return back to Gaza is about 190 lorry loads, mainly of food, going in. And we're hearing, of course, that distribution is very difficult with people just so desperate on the ground.
And Yulan, in the meantime, there's also been another development, a missile attack on Israel by the Houthis in Yemen.
That's right. Sirens went off earlier today, and that's the 4th time in 5 days that that's happened. The Israeli military saying that it shot down a missile and another projectile that were launched separately from Yemen. We've had the Houthis saying that they are acting in solidarity with the Palestinians, although they have agreed with the US to stop their attacks on ships passing in waters going close to Yemen. And, you know, Israel has acted, it's attacked Yemen repeatedly, but we have not seen these strikes stopping. It's 3 weeks ago that Israel hit the main airport in Sana'a, killing several people and damaging the airport.
Yulan Nell, thank you very much indeed.